Welcome back. We got Pierce and Mike on the panel today. All right, guys. Tough loss this weekend for our Owls, losing 55-0 against Alabama. What was your take on the game?
Again, same as last week. I'm only taking away that we lost another key player for the year. One of our corners went down with a torn ACL. Alabama, I still think, is going to win a national championship, even with two quarterbacks. Blake Sims did okay. Coker looked good. I was on the sidelines. Coker looked really good. Amari Cooper had a field day, but DJ wasn't playing to guard him. So that was a problem there. Greg, he played okay, but the play calling of Brian Wright, I'm starting to wonder, is this offense just going to be too conservative to function this year? Just all those screens, it didn't make sense. At least take some shots when you're down by 30. Try something. What else? What else is there? Where else is there to go but up?
Well, I knew Alabama was going to win as soon as I saw it on the schedule. But that's a given, though. They paid for us to, win the game. So, but yeah, Alabama has a nice offense. So I can definitely see them making the playoffs and probably possibly win the championships, if not Florida State or Oregon. But I'm so happy I didn't take that 12-hour drive to see that manhandle.
Yeah, it was a tough game to watch if you're an Owls fan, but, Alabama's ranked second in the nation by a lot of people. People believe that they're going to win the national championship. So, it was tough, but I feel like our team was able to play against tough competition, really prove ourselves against the upcoming teams. Especially, speaking of which, we played Tulsa, our first home game of the season. What do you guys think about this game? Predictions? What do you guys feel?
I really think that if DJ can't play, we could lose because Tulsa loves to throw the ball. Against Oklahoma, their top receiver had 10 catches. Against Tulane, where they won, he had 12. Their quarterback has thrown no fewer than 40 passes a game. And DJ being the best corner, and we already lost number 2. I'm fine with Raekwon, but a freshman is bound to have some freshman moments. He's still young and inexperienced in the college game. He needs to step up and grow up really fast if DJ can't play. But offensively, we need to be able to put up points with them. These dink and dunks will not work. We need to go downfield. Willie needs to find his hands. When did he get feet for hands? This is new. I did not see this happening. And running backs were okay, but we need to put up major points and fast.
Well, same thing Pierce said, man. Our secondary is probably our strongest feature on our team, and when DJ gone, that's gonna have a major impact on the game. And again with Will Dukes, that's supposed to be our number 1 receiver, and he's dropping balls. We can't really have this for going on for too long if we want to make it to the Conference USA Championship. So we really need everyone to step up, especially the freshman cornerback. I know it's a lot on his plate, but hey, that's what they're giving him money for. That's why he brought to the school to take that responsibility. And I really want to see something from Greg. Now that he's not going against top school defenses and powerhouses, I expect him to show out and bring up good numbers and help us bring the win.
I feel DJ is going to play. Coach Partridge on his weekly press conference said that him and Jaquiz Johnson are both probable to start, so I feel like they're going to play. I feel like the first home game of the season, this team's going to get pumped. The fans, I know, are pumped. I've talked to a lot of people. They're ready for this game. They're ready to see what FAU can really do because, we are at home. We're playing a team that a lot of people feel like we can beat. And I feel like if Raekwon Williams has to be called on, he can perform because he played really well against Alabama. But what are you guys' final predictions?
I really think we're not going to put up enough points to beat Tulsa. Tulsa wins 28-20.
I think we can pull it off. But it's not going to be a high-scoring game. I'll give you that. I say 24-10 maybe. Okay. But the point thing about this game is we really have to win. This is our first home game. If we want to bring fans into the stadium, we have to win this game. This decides for the rest of the season because I know the school is tired of seeing a sorry football team, and I know these guys have a lot to prove.
I really think we could win this game, really show Tulsa and really the nation what FAU is about. I'm going to go 38-21 final FAU. I think Justquiz Johnson taking care of the offense if he's starting, which I think he will be. He makes our offense just look that much better. It moves very smoothly with him at the quarterback. So we'll see. Definitely a lot of fun. But NFL now, I mean, a lot of surprises through week one, a lot of disappointment from some teams. What are some of your guys' main surprises from week one?
All right, my surprise in a good way. My Detroit Lions. I did not see that offense clicking that fast. I mean, Calvin Johnson, oh my God, he is so good. 7 catches, 2 touchdowns, over 150 yards. He's had, I think, 10 of those last 3 or 4 years. It's ridiculous. Stafford looking disciplined. I only saw 1 sidearm, but it was for a touchdown. 22 of 32, over 300 yards, and 3 total touchdowns. He also ran 1 in. Golden Tate, he is the perfect complement to Calvin Johnson that Lions fans have been searching for years. Titus Young was supposed to be that guy, but that's another story for another day. I'm not in the mood to get into that now. Ryan Broyles can't stay healthy, but now we paid Golden Tate, which I think is a pretty team-friendly contract, about $6 million a year, to be the perfect complement to Calvin Johnson. Got a staple of tight ends that can all go over the middle, mainly Ebron, but he can also go deep and be that number 3 coming out of the slot. Now, my surprise in a bad way, the Tampa Bay Bucks. Wow, did they lay an egg. Doug Martin, 9 carries, 9 yards, not even 10 yards receiving, and he gets hurt. This guy was supposed to have a comeback year. And Josh McCown, where is this Josh McCown from last year? I didn't see him. He's MIA. Where'd he go? But the Bucks, I think they could be in some serious trouble if Mankins is out for a while, because he's their best offensive lineman, and he just recently got hurt on Sunday.
Well, going off what you said, never trust a quarterback with the last name McCown. You take this from a Jaguar fan. Like, they will never prove you good. But my surprises this week, the Miami Dolphins, man, they really surprised me, taking care of the Patriots. The Patriots left the first half with what was the score? What was the lead? 20 to 10. And the Dolphins had a great comeback. Mike Wallace had a good game in the second half. Marino ran the ball for 134 yards. Great pickup. And, I love the new O-line for the Miami Dolphins. It's a whole new line, no more controversial bullying or nothing like that, just straight football. And you see how it paid off. And Tom Brady looked like just the depression on Tom Brady's face made me happy, even though he was in my fantasy league, which is kind of contradicting. But it was a great game. Another surprise for me, well, not a surprise, but the best game of the week had to be the Falcons versus the Saints. I was actually mad that I was watching the Miami game instead of that game. But that was my only surprise for this week, the Dolphins.
All right. Well, my surprises are the Tennessee Titans. I mean, the way they went into Arrowhead, probably one of the toughest stadiums to play in. Those fans go crazy and stuff. And able to crush the Chiefs the way that they did. I mean, I knew the Titans were going to have a solid year this year as Jake Locker could be healthy, but I didn't expect them to have this much success at the beginning of the year. And then really a team that disappointed me had to be the Saints defense. I mean, this whole offseason they were talking about how their pass defense and that the whole defense is going to be one of the best in the leagues. And I mean, they gave up 466 yards to Matt Ryan, 3 touchdowns, something ridiculous like that. I mean, if they expect to win the Super Bowl, they need to be able to have some defense, speaking as a Broncos fan. So
I mean, that's what they get for cutting Champ Bailey. I saw it all happen after that. You can't. That's one of the best corners in the league, probably Hall of Fame. And you cut him, hey, that's karma. But
yeah. But thanks for tuning in. See you guys next week.